One Achieve. That's 321-224-4383.
The WTO agreement will move China in the right direction. It will advance the goals America has worked for in China for the past 3 decades. And of course, it will advance our own economic interests.
22 years ago, Bill Clinton sold America out, and yesterday the bill came due. Xi Jinping began the coronation that will launch a third and likely lifetime term. It took an event this monumental for the legacy media to wake up to reality of what this all could mean. The New York Times admitting a decade ago, many prominent Chinese hoped that Xi Jinping would usher in openness and reform. Today, some of them believe he's created a totalitarian state. No kidding. And the Wall Street Journal put the event in more stark terms, noting China's coronation of Xi Jinping all but guarantees an era of confrontation with the United States. But it isn't just the American media waking up. Something is happening inside China that we haven't seen in decades. Protesters are making bold criticisms of Xi. Go on strike at school and work, remove dictator and national traitor Xi Jinping, read one banner. Another at a recent protest reading, "We want food, not PCR tests. We want freedom, not lockdowns. We want reform, not a cultural revolution. We want to be citizens, not slaves." Joining me now, Mike Pompeo, former Secretary of State and a Fox News contributor. Mr. Secretary, it's great to see you. It is quite stunning, despite the Wall Street Journal, of course, and a few other big publications are, they see what is coming down the pike. But still, like Reuters will publish pieces saying, well, he looks like he could win a third term. Like there's any question about whether Xi Jinping is going to win a third and likely lifetime term here. What's going on?
Oh my goodness! Now they call it the People's Congress, but this isn't any Congress that anyone's going to vote. He's going to consolidate power in a way that he's not had before. It's almost certain to be for a lifetime. And what that means for every American is that this is going to be a confrontation. Well, Wall Street Journal got it right. We've been talking about this for years, you and I, Laura, right? We've watched Chinese espionage inside the United States. We watched them steal intellectual property, build their economy on the backs of the American worker. You talked about President Clinton and the WTO, right? Sold America out so they could steal our stuff, build in China, and then come dump it back in the United States. This is going to be, they've been in economic war with the United States for an awfully long time. It is time for the United States to get serious. I'm glad that some of the bigger leftist publications are now taking this seriously. Those of us who've been watching China for the past few years have seen this coming, and we know what we must do.
Yeah, they were saying like few expected. I'm like, well, not that few. I mean, some of us saw this happening, right? Now, this also
just a billion, 1.2 billion.
Yeah, exactly. Some other parts of the Journal really struck me today because they're reporting that the Biden administration is doubling down on its recognition of China as America's main competitor. So what administration officials haven't said, however, is that the U.S.